Hey guys, Dave Syvertsen here from Our Lads Scouting Services, Senior Draft Analyst. I'm back from Mobile, Alabama. I was live watching practice. I also watched the game, and then I watched tape of all the practices from earlier in the week. And here I am on Tuesday afternoon, ready to give my review/synopsis from each position at the 2024 Reese's Senior Bowl. We'll start off at quarterback. The top two quarterbacks there were Bo Nix and Michael Penix. Bo Nix of Oregon, Michael Penix of Washington. We came into the weekend wondering if Nix or Penix could stamp themselves as potential or even likely first-round picks. Neither did. While this position is head and shoulders the most difficult to showcase in an environment like this, you have new receivers, you have a new offense, you have new coaches, you have a new center. There are some nuances that can be searched for. Penix, much skinnier than anticipated, was erratic and inconsistent with his ball placement. The simple throws outside the hash need to be more automatic. Nix will need to answer some question about his smoothness and accuracy when pressured, which he saw barely any of during his time at Oregon. Unless his depth of target was under 10 yards, his accuracy woes continued. He did shine in day 3 in the red zone with 3 straight touchdown passes, 2 of which were high difficulty throws. He did the same thing in the game. So you can label that a strength to his game based on what we have on tape and what he did down in Alabama. The top 2 backs down there were MarShawn Lloyd and Laube from New Hampshire. MarShawn Lloyd from USC. Lloyd was the most consistent back when it came to running with the ball in his hands. The standout trait for a back that is built this low to the ground, he's 5'9", and runs even lower, was his ability to jump cut laterally once in the open field. He had a few of those wow plays that caused a huge reaction in the stands and on the field. The aggressive nature to his movement gave off some Pacheco vibes. He truly is a high-effort runner that seems like he's just on something. Really high energy throughout every single time he gets that ball. I do wish he caught the ball a little bit better, however. His radius is pretty small, and he dropped too many over his career at USC and South Carolina. He needs to be more effective in that department for him to really find a role that he's going to grab hold of and hold on to once he gets into the league. Laube from New Hampshire, however, did not struggle as a receiver. In fact, he could have graded out as one of the better wide receivers there had they put him in the slot, which he did see a few snaps there, and he ran some quality routes, got open, and caught the ball. He had 155 career catches, and those were a key reason why he was one of the few FCS invites to the Senior Bowl this year. But I also like how the stocky, quick-footed 210-pounder ran with the ball, displaying vision and burst. It was fairly obvious that the top 2 receivers there were Roman Wilson from Michigan and McConkey from Georgia. Where they end up draft weekend and where I end up stacking them within the group overall could change based on their workouts, projected usage, and the meetings with the rest of the Our Lads staff. But keeping the focus on last week, I thought these 2 were head and shoulders above the rest when it came down to the full picture. They both got open when and where they wanted. They both have vacuums for hands. They both show complete cohesion from head to toe when transitioning from the catch to the ball carrier. And they're both under 6 feet, 190 pounds, and they both have short arms and small hands. So there's a lot of similarities between the 2. While that physical tool set, speed included, by the way, will struggle to stand out, these 2 are pure gamers and have an ultra safe feel to them. This is the kind of day 2 pick that sticks around in the league for a decade, and they catch 70-plus passers year in, year out. Jared Wiley from TCU, Theo Johnson from Penn State. Let's start talking about Wiley. This is a former high school quarterback that almost walked away from the game and has a back surgery on his medical history. He proved down there that he can be a weapon for an NFL offense. His frame almost surprises you. He's 6'6", 253. And when looking at how fluid of an athlete he is, it's just a rare combination of size and athletic ability. There is a lot of work to be done as a blocker, but he is on a constant upward trajectory over the past 3 years in that department. And the mindset is there to be a complete starting tight end. Johnson does play an inconsistent brand, but the foundation is there to be a quality player at the next level. He also measured in at 6'6", 250 plus. And he was the second fastest player at the position, according to Zebra Technologies. He looks the part, especially when he catches the ball vertically up the seam. There's still some roughness. There's not a lot of smoothness to his route running and ball skills and run after the catch ability, but the bones are there. The studs are there to be a really high quality player. Jackson Powers Johnson from Oregon. He played both guard and center and even some defensive tackle during his time there. No matter where he lined up during practice, he absolutely dominated. The 334-pound weigh-in is noteworthy because that is a number you rarely ever see with centers. It does not create movement issues, however, as his foot speed and balance are both top-notch. His recovery tactics, his body control, and his sheer power were overwhelming. Christian Hayes from Connecticut gave off week 1 starter vibes. Everything about his game looked both powerful and fast. His high-effort, passionate-level practice habits at that position are a match made in heaven. I bet coaches are going to love this dude.